Hey, this is Mickey3193 again, and this video is going to be an unboxing of the new starter set for tanks by Gale Force 9. It's quite a cheap starter set, bargain for anyone who wants to pick them up, about £16 around about on eBay. And in this one, it's, like I say, starter set, so you get everything you need to start. There's 3 tanks in here. One of them makes a couple of different variants to give you options, a couple of Shermans. So what we'll do is get straight into looking at what's in the box. I'm not going to try and go through any rules. There's plenty of stuff on YouTube, videos by Gale Force 9 which will explain it a lot better than I could, to go and check out. So I'll have a quick look on the back of the box and then we'll get into it. So there we go. Quick show you some cards. That's your tank cards. Picture of your tanks there with your markers, movement markers and damage markers. Bit of writing there if anyone's wanting to read, and a list of what's inside, which we'll see when we get into it. And as I say, this is by Gale Force 9 and Battlefront. So if you've already got Flames of War, you can get straight onto using them tanks, and likewise these tanks will work the same way with your Flames of War because it's all the same scale. So we're going to get straight on to looking at some of these sprues. Here we have got nicely coloured. So I mean, even if you're not a painter, you can just put them together. May take a little bit to put these together, unless you're experienced and know what you're doing. It shouldn't be too difficult. There are some little fiddly parts here, but these are different colour to the Shermans, so you know your sides. This is your, that one's got your tracks for your German tank, for your Panther or your, I believe it's a Jagdpanther. That's what it is. Yep. So this is your Panther top. You can pop that one on with that turret to make your Panther, or you can use a Jagdpanther top, which is so what you can actually do, you can construct the whole part with your tracks, build up both tops, and then you can just interchange them and switch them out, which is what I'll be doing. Gives you more options rather than gluing it all together as one and then end up with spare pieces. I'm sure you could even get some magnets in there just to magnetize it. So yeah, that's one sprue. Really nicely detailed kit, which is what you'd expect anyway. So it's a nice price as it is, just to get a couple of Shermans and your 2 German tank options at the £16 mark. As I say again, it's just some skirts. You got your barrels there, some exhaust pipes, bit of mud guards and stuff, some spare bits of track just to be able to put on as storage, if you will. So that's a nice set there. And then we've got your 2 Shermans, which are the same. Which again, here you have the option of, I believe it's the 75mm or the 76mm. But it actually tells me on the box. It doesn't say on the box, but I believe you have the option. So again, with this, if you look at the bottom of the turret, you see a little hole there, which is already set. So if you get some of the little rare earth magnets, which I don't believe this will come with them, you can fix them into there, put them into that hole on the top, and it works as in like that. So for these, you can build up your hull again of your Shermans, and then you can do both turrets. So you have a 76mm and a 75mm. So all you need to do is just switch these out depending on which ones you want to use to play, which is a really cool option. There's your tracks, really nicely detailed kit. You've even got some like hedge cutter bulldozer blade for the front. Nice armoured piece to go on the front of it as well, which make them look really cool. Bit of a different option to the usual Sherman, the way the normal Sherman looks. So yeah, they're both exactly the same. Get everything you need on there. Really cool. There's actually a couple of options there. There's a front armoured piece there, and you've got that option there with the up arm, the extra plating at the front, which is really cool. So yeah, you have the option for 4 different Shermans and 2 different German tanks. As always, got your dice, got your grey German and your green American dice. Always need them, can never have too many dice. And then we have the tank cards. Let's just quickly pop these. So yeah, there's your Panther, which is what you build in your kit. Very cool. I did watch some videos of the instructions, but I forget exactly what these were. It's like your attacks, how many dice you get to roll, your damage, your defense, and here's like your wound marker. You can actually tick on there with a little rub off pen as you get damage. A stug. So like I say, if you've got them, I've got a stug already, I can just go straight ahead and play with that. There will be expansion packs coming out. I think there is already a stug expansion pack. I'm not sure what else there is. Got Panther 4, so anyone out there has already got Panther 4s, straight ahead and play. There's the Sherman 75mm, and we have 2 cards for that. And we have the Sherman 76, again 2 cards on that one. Pershing, and we have a Super Pershing. And on to the Soviets. So I forgot to mention, you do have your little logo on the top. You'll have German, American, Soviet, and it should be, I believe, British. Yep, British at the back there. We have the T-34, T-34-85, Su-85, Su-100, ISU-122, ISU-152, IS-2, IS-85. Onto the British, we have the Comet, your Cromwell, your Sherman Firefly, and your Sherman 5. There's a little bit of extra here, so your special rules on the cards, and it'll detail it down here, all your special rules. I believe on the cards you have these little crew markers, and that indicates how many crew cards you can put on. So this one's only got 3. You can take 3 crew cards. I believe it's all works on a point value. You have your points, which I think was this part up here, so that'd be 15 points. And then I believe as you add your crew, it adds you up to, it goes towards adding to your points. So that's your cards. And we also have some more cards in here. Right, now we have, right, these are with damage cards. So when you take damage by dice, I believe it's the usual case of whatever the difference is on the dice. I think that's the damage you're taking. However many dice hit you, that's how many points of damage you take. But if you get hit with a 6, you take critical damage. Just bear with me 1 second, just getting shouted. 1 minute! You take critical damage, which you would draw a card from the pack. Which, like you see, then this would affect your tank, and then you have to try and repair it at the I believe at the end of your turn or at the start of your next turn, and you also take 1 damage. There are various different ones like there. You're taking 2 damage. I don't believe you keep them cards because it's just damage alone, whereas on these you're not going to take any damage, but you are. And you go, this tank has a -2 to what looks like his attack or something. 3 damage, and so on. And then the next is, I believe these are special rules and crew cards. I'm not 100% on these. Yeah, so these are upgrades. I think these might go. Yeah, so these are upgrade cards. We've got point cost up here, so it adds armor and stuff. Hyper velocity shot, so it adds to your shot. Medical kit. Yeah, so equipment cards. And then we have these are your crew. So you got sharpshooters. You got drivers here, a loader, gunners, radio operators. Yeah, so they're your crew cards, which again will give you advantages. I believe that's all the cards. Now what we've got is, get out of the box, your rule book, which I won't go first because I'm not going to fit it on the camera. Some really lovely artwork on the front there. Tanks, World War II skirmish game. I mean, it's only a, what have we got? 21 pages. What have we got in the back here? Like special missions and that you can do. Yeah, Barkman's Corner. So we've already got my Barkman tank up there, so I'll be able to switch that one in for that game. It seems from the videos I've watched, it seems fairly straightforward. There's nothing much can go wrong. I mean, a rule book with only how many pages have we actually got? We've got 16 pages of rules, and it goes on to missions, assembly instructions, and playing your first game and stuff like that. Then on the back you have usual quick guide. That's what everything does. And then the last of all, it's stuck in the bottom of the box. Oh, your counters, just let me get this cling film off. Anyone that's got the Open Fire box set will recognise some of the pieces in here. There we go. These bits of charming. This is really thick. You can see how thick that card is. Some real thick cardstock on this. Buildings for terrain. Your trees. And some more trees for your terrain. And I mean, you'll have them already if you've got the Flames of War, as I said. And then you have your markers. You've got objective marker there. And these are your damage. So if you're taking 1 damage in a turn, you'll have one of these little markers. If you're taking 2, you'll put one in next to your tank. If you're taking 3, you'll put a 3 next to your tank. If your tank's destroyed, you'll have 1M. You'll place 1M next to it to indicate it's destroyed. And then based on your movement, which you take in a turn, you have 1, 3 and a 2 depending on how far you've moved, which you'll just sit out next to your tank. Just a way of keeping track of how far you've moved, because I believe your movement affects what you can actually do. And then we have a couple of markers, and that's all it is. You're basically going to put your tank, not sure, I believe it's either like that or it's going to be at the front of your tank, and when your tank finishes move, he will be sat just tucked in behind the arrow, like so. And you get the option of moving a couple of times. So there's no tape measures, just that. Your firing range, when you are firing is basically, as long as you can see them, you can hit them. It's indefinite. And then we've got some ID tokens. So if you were fielding 2 Shermans and you had 2 Sherman cards the same, you can put that next to one of your tanks, that next to your card. You have one, that next to your tank, that next to your card. So you know which tank goes to which card. And you have your Soviet, German, your British, and your American. And that's it basically. So I hope that was all clear enough. Not always the best to try to explain things. I'm looking forward to getting this all sorted out, and I'll be just using some of my tanks already built up so I can get a game in as quick as possible, and I can take my time getting them built and painted. So I'm going to say for now, I might not get a chance to do a little review of playing it. If not, I'll probably definitely try and get some pictures up on my Instagram, Stu Miki, of some games set up. Tend to play a lot outside for the space for the table and that. I don't believe you need, I think it's only a 3x3 setup to play this. So you don't need a lot of room. Dining room table should do perfectly fine. And yeah, that's it. So check out some of the other videos that are on there, like Gale Force 9. I've got a video up, it's well worth checking out. I'm going to say, as always, thanks for watching. If you like, give it a thumbs up. See you later.